Hi, I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel. I'm here to talk to you about a few things that you need as a beginner quilting supplies to have a friendly quilting experience. The first thing I'd like to mention that you need is a good working sewing machine that's been serviced and oiled and in good working order. The second thing that I would recommend that you have is a self-healing mat. This one happens to be an 18 by 24. This one is a Fisker's brand. My videos aren't sponsored by anybody. I just happen to have this brand. It's double-sided, so you can use it any way that you like. Um, you're definitely going to need some kind of rulers. You can get many different kind of rulers. I mean, there's different sizes. This one happens to be a 10 by 10, 10 and a half by 10 and a half. It's Omni Grid. This one is the 6 by 24. This one is a Fisker's brand. I think if you could only buy one ruler right now, if that was all that was in your budget, this would definitely, the 6 by 24 would be the ruler that I would pick if I could only buy one. Another thing that you're going to need is a rotary cutter for cutting your fabric. These are very dangerous, so please be careful with them. There's many different brands and styles and grips that you can purchase. They all come with a safety feature. Just try to remember to always keep your guards up when you place your cutter on the table so that you're not hurting yourself or cutting yourself, because they are very, very sharp. You're going to need some kind of pins and a pin cushion. This is a regular pin cushion. These just happen to be plastic headed pins. I don't mind them. I know a lot of quilters like to use glass head pins so that they don't melt when they go over them with the iron, but any kind of pin that you like and that you enjoy, that works for you, as long as it's a long quilting pin, I think you'll be okay with. You also will need some scissors. I like to have a couple different kind of scissors, of course, over by my sewing machine. Some shorter ones so that they're just not taking up as much space by my sewing machine, and they're easy for the little thread you need to snip at the end. These ones happen to be very easy on my hands, like if you have arthritis or anything. They're spring loaded. The only recommendations I guess I have for your scissors is try not to cut anything but fabric with them. Don't let anybody get a hold of them. Just keep them for yourself. You'll also need some needles for your sewing machine. I like to use quilting needles. I think that they're the best to go through when you're piecing in layers of fabric. They come in 75 and 11 and 90 14. Those are the brand. This is the brand that I happen to use. There's many different kind. You can pick what you like, whatever fits into your budget. Basting pins are a very nice option to have, or binding pins, I'm sorry, I apologize. For when you're binding your quilts, they clip on around the outside. It's just a nice little kind of extra pair of fingers that give you their binding clips. You can get them anywhere. Amazon, eBay, anywhere. Any Joann's. Some safety pins for basting. Um, Whether if you're a pin baster, you want to use pins, of course. Safety pins are nice to keep the layers together so they're not shifting on you. A lot of quilters also enjoy spray basting. I don't have a spray basting can because I don't spray baste. You'll need an iron. It can have steam or no steam. Hottest setting. I recommend starch. I don't think it matters what brand, but I use a heavy starch. Some quilters don't starch. I starch. You will need a 1/4 inch quilting foot, which is heaven sent. It gives you pretty much the perfect 1/4 inch every time you're sewing. There's a nice little guide here that helps you push the fabric through, and it helps you practice and perfect that 1/4 inch foot. This is just a snap-on foot. Your sewing machine will come with different kinds. It'll tell you. Some machines come with it, some you have to buy extra. But if you have to get one foot, I definitely recommend the 1/4 inch piecing quilting foot, whatever they call it. I would also like to recommend a walking foot. I personally think that if you're just going to make tops and not do the centers, the insides, and quilt right away. I don't think that you need to buy a walking foot your first day into the store, but you definitely need one. It helps you pull your fabric through. There's feed dogs on the top as well as your sewing machine feed dogs, what helps feed it evenly through, and it helps with the bunching. This is very nice. You need one of these definitely, but you don't have to run right out and buy this today. But your 1/4 inch piecing foot, I would totally recommend that you have. Sewing machine. Let's see, anything else that we haven't gone over? Yes, measuring tape. Any kind. You don't have to have one that's in one of these little rollers. They've got the ones that just fold up. They're usually blue if I'm not mistaken. You'll need some kind of marking pen. Some are erasable, some are water soluble. It just depends the kind that is good for you and in your budget. You'll need a seam ripper of some sort. Doesn't matter what kind you get, but you'll definitely need one of those. Sometimes your sewing machines will come with them. If not, I think this one was 96 cents at Walmart. You'll definitely need a seam ripper. Thread, I prefer and recommend the 50 weight cotton. Doesn't matter what brand you get. I do find that the better the thread, just the better the experience. This happens to be an Orfil 2021. This is a neutral white. This is basically what I use for mostly anything in my piecing and quilting. Other than that, I don't think there's really anything that you need to run right out and buy right now. Other than these things that I've shown you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll get back as soon as I can. Thank you.